All right.
All right, Coach, just talk about this weekend's matchup. If you want to delve into what happened last week, that's fine. But you got this weekend's matchup: Shreveport Classic against Northwestern State.
Shreveport Classic against Northwestern State. The Grambling State Tigers are very excited about this week's game. Obviously, it's week 2 into our season, close to home, not exactly at home, but we fired up about playing in the state of Louisiana. Can't wait to get back on the field and get last week behind us, which we have. We've moved on. Obviously, things didn't go exactly the way we wanted them to last week, but we're excited about playing this week.
Questions?
Coach, going back to Saturday for a little bit, obviously in a game like that, you talk about wanting to put it behind you. What are some positives, some things now that you've kind of been able to digest the film that you can kind of take away from that game?
I think the biggest positives for me, first for our staff, is that we now have a better idea of our players. We better have an idea of being with them in a game setting and understanding them and how they go about preparing and making sure they're on top of everything. And then just being in the game, that was the first time for all of us. Again, wasn't the result we wanted, but at the same time, I think they understand us better. We understand them better. We're looking forward to, like I said, you have to put those things behind you as fast as you can because nobody was excited about the outcome at the end of the day. But we're looking forward to this week.
We talked about it last week. I think it was this day, specifically last week, you said, hey, I'm going to name a starting quarterback. Preferably we'll be able to kind of ride with that guy throughout the game. Obviously, the way the game played out, you got to see a bunch of different quarterbacks. Take us through some things that you saw from that room that you liked and that could influence your decision of who's going to start this week.
No, Q will be a starter. I don't want to really go back through it. At the end of the day, I think he's going to be the leader of our football team at quarterback. He's earned that right. Obviously, he had, an injury during the game. He's healthy. He's ready to go. So we're excited about that. And I'm just excited about getting these guys back out on the field and watching them play.
Coach, you talk about the team making a 4.5, 5-hour trip to Jonesboro. How excited are you to just be able to drive an hour to go play this game?
Brian, you said it. Anytime you don't have to make a 4.5-hour trip with your football team anywhere, it's a better chance for them to be more comfortable in a comfortable surrounding. But again, let's go back to that. That was a good trip for our football team at the end of the day. I think we handled those things well. I just cannot thank the athletic department enough for all the support that we had going through that. So I now know what that's going to look like moving forward. So that was good. But at the same time, as he just mentioned, it's always great when you can play at home, close to home, because more people that can be a part of that. But at the same time, there's other reasons why we're excited about this. This is a big recruiting opportunity for us as well. So we're looking forward to it. It's the second game on our schedule. It's a classic. We're looking forward to playing a good football team.
So, Coach, quite a few injuries last game. Greg White being out as well. C.J. Russell as well, and then the quarterback as well. What does the offensive scheme, does it change or do you
No.
anything different?
No, sir. No, because as long as the quarterback's back, we're going to be okay. And he's back. So I feel good about it. We love to get CJ back. We love to have no injuries. At the same time, those things happen. And so when you do, it's kind of next man up. We're excited about the guys that we're going to put out there, and we're going to go play.
Talking about this Northwestern State team, their first game of the season, they go play one of the top teams in FCS. What have you kind of seen from them on film? What do you expect from this team on Saturday?
I think they're going to give us everything they have. Obviously, they didn't. I'm sure probably didn't feel like they played as well. Week 2 is normally when you see a lot of improvement from football teams. So they're going to come into this game. I'm sure they're looking for a win just like we are. So it's going to be a great opportunity for two teams that are finding themselves to go play against each other.
Coach, talk about Lewis Matthews, 14 tackles, 12 of them being solo tackles. Just seemed like he was all over the field.
He was and always is. So I'm not surprised by anything he does because he does it on a practice field day in and day out. He's one of the best players on our football team. We're excited to have him, and I hope he can do that every week. But let's start leading this team to victory is what we're looking for.
He had a lot of defensive highlights, but overall, defense last game, what are some things that you could take away and really add into next week as far as things that we shouldn't be happening or should be happening?
Well, at the end of the day, we don't want to be a team that give up that many points. We don't want to be a team that give up that many yards. We're not excited about anything we did. Let's just be very transparent about that. We understand that that's not the way we want to play football. So we have some work to do, and we've set out to start doing that on Sunday, and we'll hit the field again today and get better.
Northwestern State allowed, I want to say it was close to 6 yards per carry to Montana this past weekend. Obviously struggling to run the ball this last weekend. Kind of what do you expect from your ground game this weekend playing this Northwestern State team?
No, we need to get our offense on track. It's not just our ground game; it's our passing game. It's everything offensively. We didn't play as well. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not one to do that. Our players know that we need improvement, throughout our football team. So there's no secret about that. Coaches as well. So we all take responsibility for that. I'm the one that's accountable for it all. So we're going to fix it, and we're going to fix it fast.
You talk about this game being big just from a recruiting aspect. You guys going to be hosting any recruits this weekend, and just kind of stress just how important it is, because you, Northwestern State, a lot of times these two programs kind of fighting for the same caliber.
Absolutely. No, we probably won't be hosting anybody, but we'll try to get out on Friday nights and see some games locally where we can, but make sure that we're helping prepare our team for Saturday. But I think that's all a big part of it. Obviously, recruiting's a big part of it, but the biggest part of it is the game this Saturday.
All right, any final words about last week's game? And
You want to keep going back to last week. There's nothing.
I was going to ask you about if there's anything you want to say about next week as well.
No, I don't want to talk about next week. I think this week is the most important week for us. I need to see improvement from our football team. I need to see us go out and play football the way we know we can play football. We didn't do that last week. Like I said, we keep going back to last week, and I get it, and we should. But none of us are excited about what happened last week. And we own it. We take responsibility for it. But the only way you can do something about it is go play again and fix it. So that's what we plan to do.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All righty.